You are not lazy. You're just scared. The thing with laziness and procrastination is that we think that we are being lazy, but the truth is that we are running away from something. Something we feel is difficult and something we feel is challenging. And instead of us to stay and face that challenge, face that difficulty, do you know what we do? We run away. We walk away. Or we sweep that thing under the carpet, under the rug. Well, I'm here to tell you exactly, actually, how to overcome laziness and procrastination in your life. So hi guys, my name is Mary Jane and I want to welcome you back to my YouTube channel. So now that you know that you are not lazy, you are just scared, let's go straight into it. In order for you to overcome that laziness and procrastination, first you need to overcome yourself. Listen, someone rightly put it right, that the best advice that you can give yourself is the one you give yourself, not any other person else. Until the day that you sit down and realize that, okay, I am done with this thing. I am tired with being lazy. I am tired with procrastinating. That is the day that change will start to occur in your life. Until the day you sit down face to face, you face yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror, you face yourself and give yourself an advice. That is the day that things will start changing around you. Otherwise, nothing will change. In fact, this advice that I'm giving you right now will still enter this ear and come out this ear. Do you understand me? So you need to overcome yourself. You need to be able to sit with yourself and talk to yourself. You need to sit down and be able to sit with yourself and tell yourself, okay, I am done with being lazy. I am done with procrastinating. That is the only way. This is not just the only way, but this is one of the best ways to overcome it. Ignore the laziness and figure out the challenge. Listen, a lot of times we focus on the laziness instead of focusing on the challenge. No matter how big a challenge is, no matter how big a mountain is, you don't look at that mountain. You look at how to break that mountain down. That is how to overcome your laziness. Because the more you look at, how big that mountain is, you will not be able to do anything. But focus yourself, try to figure out how can I break this mountain into smaller pieces? How can I start removing smaller bricks from this mountain till it's dismantled? That is how to overcome your laziness and procrastination. You need to sit down and, for example, now, if like today, right? I had to clean the house, and I stay in this duplex, big house, right? And cleaning of this house is a big issue most of the times for me. And whenever I start it, sometimes it takes 2 to 3 hours for me to finish cleaning it. You need to start from the room, the upstairs, and you come down and all of that, the kitchen, the TV room, and everything, right? So what I did was that I sat down and said, okay, where will I start from? So the first thing I did was to lay the bed. And immediately I laid the bed, the tasks started becoming more easier for me. And as I laid the bed, I went to the kitchen. I first cleaned the kitchen because I know that as I'm coming down, I'll still be thinking, okay, the kitchen is still dirty. I have to come and clean the kitchen, right? Now that I've already cleaned the kitchen, I know that the kitchen is out of the task. That was how I was able to go up. I swept, I cleaned, I swept the whole house. It's not even up to 1 hour for me. I finished every task. So trust me, stop focusing on the task. Don't stop looking at your laziness, or focus on how to break down this task into smaller pieces. Alright? You should make the task enjoyable. Most of the times we don't want to do anything, right? It's because in our head we already know that task is not enjoyable. We don't enjoy the task. Right? Now, how are you going to? You need to sit down and ask yourself, how am I going to enjoy this task if I start doing this thing? And for me, what I do, especially when I'm cleaning the house, I told you the house is big, right? I'm doing this 1 year Bible plan on my, and I have a Bible app that I'm doing a 1 year Bible plan. And sometimes I miss some days. And during these times that I'm cleaning the house, that is what I do. I play these plans. And whenever I'm playing it, I'm listening and I'm also cleaning. Or aside that, I go on my Spotify, play gospel music, and I'm singing along with it and I'm enjoying it. And that's how the task becomes so easy. Trust me, when I even finish that task, I don't even feel like I did anything or I did something. So make that task enjoyable. Do something that you know that as you're doing that task is going to make you feel enjoyable doing that task. Alright? Have an accountability partner. Make sure you have an accountability partner. Someone that will keep you accountable. Because baby, it's easy to say you want to do something or you want to stop being lazy or you want to stop procrastinating, and it's another thing for someone to hold you accountable for your words and for your actions. What I do is that sometimes when I'm like in a day I said I want to do something, right, and I'm feeling lazy to do that thing, or maybe I have worked out in the morning and I'm feeling tired. Most times when you work out in the morning and you've had breakfast, right, sometimes your body will feel too tired, so lazy, and maybe you want to take a nap. So what I do is that I tell my man that, you know what, I'm taking a nap. So wake me up at so and so time. Please give me just 1 hour or 1 hour 30 minutes or 30 minutes or 45 minutes and wake me up. And that's what I do. Like he comes and wake me up. And sometimes I tell him that, you know what, I want to do this thing. Please make sure you help me see through this thing I want to do. Make sure I do it. So look for someone that will help you, keep you accountable. And probably you might say, MJ, I don't have that person, or I don't have anybody that will keep me accountable, or you are a loner, right? There are some people that are loners, right? What you will do is that keep yourself accountable. Make sure you are accountable. And how do you keep yourself accountable? Write that task down. You journal it down. Like sometimes what I do in the morning is that if the task is too much, if what I have to do in that day is too much, I write everything down. I write from the biggest task to the smallest thing down. And guess what I do? At the end of the day, I come and I check those tasks. And whenever I'm checking it, I am happy. Like you celebrate it. You celebrate doing those tasks. Right? So that is what you do. Like keep yourself accountable. Write them down, and when at the end of the day, you check it. Or at the end of the week, you check those tasks. Like you that sense of feeling like, oh my God, you did this thing, will be there. You'll be so happy that you did it. All right? Focus on the steps and not the goal. Listen, look for ways to literally how to achieve that goal that you have set for yourself every day. Look for ways to do that. Because if you, like I said earlier, stop focusing on that goal. Stop focusing on that mountain. Focus on how to get it done. And every day that you wake up, every waking day, see yourself that you are getting that thing done. You are putting in the work to get that thing done. Even if it's as small as anything, as little as anything, make sure that every day you wake up, you put in the work to get that task done. And trust me when I tell you that if you focus on it this way, you will stop seeing that task as a very, very big task. Right? Like for example, when there was a time that I told myself, we're working on it. I've never built a website before. So I told my man, and I want to try to see if I can build a website, right? And that was my foundation website. I have a humanitarian business. Is it really a business? No, a non-profit organization, right? So I wanted a website for it. So I had to like, okay, so let me try and see if I can build this thing. And just hearing the word that, okay, website is a big word. I've never done it before. How will I do it? I said, okay, you know what? This is what we're going to do. First of all, I'll go and learn how to do it. Then second of all, I'll sit and see if I can do it. My language these days is, I don't know how to do it. What I say is, I do not know how to do it yet. So That was how I went on YouTube. I learned how to put website together. I saw it step by step. And when I was doing the step by step, do you know what I did? I was watching the video and I was going on the platform that I wanted to use, right? On the website platform that I wanted to use. So that was how I was putting it together. Well, spoiler alert, I was not able to build the website. But in honest, I was close to building the website. Like I was really, really close. What stopped me was that I was trying to pay. You can't pay the website I was using is that you cannot pay in naira, you have to pay in dollars. That was what stopped me. That was what made me to halt. So we have to pay someone else to do it. Right? So that is what I'm trying to tell you. So every day make sure that you put in the work to see, no matter how big that task is, to see how to break it down and finish that task. Set a time block. And how does this mean? Like how does this go? Listen, like for example, if you wake up in the morning and say, okay, you want to gym, right, from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, right? Or you want to start working from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, or from 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock. Make sure that you commit to that time. Any time that you put, for example, as if you say you want to gym from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, make sure that it's that 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. And at that point in time, make sure that there is nothing that is distracting you to do anything else. That is the only task that you will focus on. Switch off your phone, switch off whatever that is going to distract you around you, and focus on that one task. Like I said, I use gym as an example, right? You want to gym from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Make sure that is the only thing that you're going to do at that point, and make sure no distraction is going to distract you. Or if it's your work that you want to do, make sure that you do it at that time, and make sure you shut off every distraction so that you'll be able to see through that thing. And that is what I do, basically. What I do is that if I say, okay, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to seek for script, right, that I'm going to talk about in my next video, I shut off every distraction. I put my phone on do not disturb, right? I cut off every distraction that you know that would distract me from concentrating. And at that moment that I say, okay, if it's 1 hour I'm giving myself, that 1 hour is strictly for that thing I'm doing. Any other thing else, I will make sure I shut myself off it. Alright? Develop routines. Listen, this is how you develop routine. For example, what I do, I was having issues with, because I work out, right? I gym and I work out, and sometimes I find lazy to stand up and gym and work out, right? And one day I said, okay, you know what? This thing that I'm doing is not right. I have to make commitment to this workout thing, because every time I work out, I feel good, right? And why am I feeling lazy to do this thing? So one day I said, okay, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to work out 3 times in a week. I will make sure I work out 3 times in a week. And I'll work out on Mondays, on Wednesdays, and on Fridays. Now on Tuesdays, on Thursdays, and Saturdays are no gym days. Those are the times I'll use to recover. But on Mondays, on Wednesdays, and on Fridays, those are the times I'll use to gym. Now once you set a routine for yourself, okay, this is what I'm going to do on this day, on this day, on this day, you will make sure that you see through it. And trust me when I tell you, no matter how weak I wake up on Wednesday morning, on Mondays morning, on Friday morning, I make sure I take my ass to the gym and work out. I don't just sit down and say, you know what, I'll do it tomorrow. Because I've already set the routine. And I'm making sure that I am committed to it. Okay? So you have to set routines around everything that you're doing. On this time to this time, this is what I want to do. On this day, this is what I want to do. On this day, no, I'm not doing this. Now, this has to do with your mindset. What I'm about to say now has to do with your mindset. You need to tell yourself that it is not hard. Now, I'm going to use this example. Whenever I am about to start working out, working out is hard, right? Anytime I tell myself it's hard, it's, oh my God, like, you know, there's some kind of workout you do and it will be so hard on your muscles, right? I'll be like, it's hard. You know what? That task become more harder. But anytime I tell myself when I'm working out, this thing is not hard. Guess what? The way I said it, the workout become more easy for me, and I do it more than on the days I say it is hard. So whatever task that you want to accomplish, tell it to yourself that it is not hard. See, anything you tell your mind, your brain, that's what it believes. If you tell yourself you're dumb, then your brain will believe you're dumb. If you tell yourself you're stupid, your brain will believe that you're stupid. If you say a task is hard, it will automatically look hard. There is no two ways about it. No two ways about it. So you need to be able, whatever task is it that is ahead of you, or whatever thing you want to do, make sure you see it as easy. Anything you tell your mind at the end of the day is what it remembers and it's registered in your mind, and that is it. So whatever task that is ahead of you, make sure you see it as simple, as easy peasy, as something that you can chew like bread. And trust me, you'll be able to chew it like bread. Take responsibility. My darling, whether you like it or not, you are 100% responsible for your life. You know, this word is very, very hard to accept. Sometimes, before I accepted this word to myself, it was hard for me to accept that I am the one that is 100% responsible for my life. Right? But at some points, I couldn't run away from that. I had to accept that I am 100% responsible for my life. And because of that, I have to start taking responsibility for my life. So until you know that you need to start taking responsibility for your life, then you cannot overcome laziness and procrastination. Whatever it is, you need to figure out how to tackle it. You need to figure out how to handle it. Because at the end of the day, my darling, we all face situations. We all go through things. But you know what? We figure out how to, overcome it. We figure out how to go through it. One thing about me is that I don't run from something. I don't run from problems. I don't run from obstacles. I don't run from, difficulties or from circumstances. I face it. And you have to do the same. You need to take responsibility for your life. Take responsibility. Because at the end of the day, guess what? You will be accounted for your life. You will be accounted for it, whether you like it or not. So, in order for you to overcome laziness and procrastination, start taking responsibility for your life. You need to. Okay? So I'm going to stop here in this video today. I hope that you learned something, because it's my hope and my prayer that you learn something from every video that I drop on this platform. Okay? And if you do, I would love you to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget. And guys, I love you so much, and I can't wait for you guys to see me in my next video. Thank you so much. Bye. Love you.